Hi, today I'm going to do a review on the Gossamer Gear G4 backpack. I've had it for about a year. This backpack, it truly is made for like ultralight backpackers. It holds about 52 liters, not counting the big pockets. But it's really not meant to be stuffed. The website says it can hold 30 pounds, but at 30 pounds, it wasn't comfortable. So I kind of want to share some of the tips and tricks I've learned. When I first used this, it's got this pocket in the back here where you can put like a pad, because there's no support to this. There's no kind of frame. So I originally I took a Gossamer Gear, it was a sleeping pad, and I cut it down and I shoved that in there. But this was so flimsy that it provided no support, so that didn't work. I still carry this in this pocket. It's just now not the main support I use. So I kind of want to show you what I use now. So you can see this is nothing. If you do fill this up to 30 pounds, you're gonna feel it. So since I'm a hammocker, right now, since I don't want to spend a lot of money on a new underquilt, I've been using this extra wide 1/4-inch Gossamer Gear pad, and it is huge. I think it's like 9 ounces. But so what's neat about it is that you can fold it in half. There's a couple different ways you can roll it. It is big. It fills up a huge part of my pack. So one way I kind of saw you could do is kind of accordion folding it back and forth and kind of smashing it as you go. Alright, and then when you take your bag and you slide this into the bag, so it's so big. You get it into the bag. Easier said than done. There you go. And you kind of, there's not a whole lot of room, but if you press this against your back, you've got the space down here now where you can start pushing your gear. Now the bottom of this is flared out. So what I do, I either take clothes I know I'm not going to need until camp, or last time I pulled out my hammock tarp and kind of use that to fill in the bottom, because otherwise it's really loose, and it'd be good if you got maybe a good sleeping bag you want to shove down here. Like I said, I'm lightweight, ultralight. I'm down to about 9.5 pounds. So there's not much more I fit in here other than my hammock and my food would take up the most room. I don't bring too many extra clothes. So that's one way, kind of accordion folding it. The other way I really like using is if you roll it, kind of like if you've seen the Thermarest Ridge Rest. That, if you weren't using a hammock and just a sleeping pad, I would probably use that if I were to go to tent camping. So if you roll it into a tube, then you can slide it. I try to make sure that the crease isn't up against my back. Find the back of the bag. And it's rolled much tighter than I need it, so I'm going to kind of wiggle it open once it's actually in there. Kind of let it open on its own, and it's kind of sticky, so you have to kind of show it what to do. Now, if I were using a garbage bag, I would first roll the pad into the garbage bag, then shove that, which might make it a little easier. So now it's in here, and it's like taking up all the space, so now I can kind of start spreading it open. And I'm basically creating a little tube. So now here I've got access to this bottom part where I can kind of fill it with clothes and soft things. And I've got this pretty nice hole that's like the perfect size to I'll put in my food bag first, and then my sleeping bag fits perfectly into the hole. And then there's like a little bit more room for probably my hammock goes on the bottom. You know, just whatever gear I want to start shoving in. It's got a roll top. Kind of cinches down. Strap that comes in. It comes with bungee cords that you can, shock cords that you can kind of put to where you want it to. It's with that pad in there, it gives it a really nice shape. Where before, when I didn't have the pad, I felt like I just had a big sack on my back, and it wasn't comfortable. It was very uncomfortable. And with the bungee cords, it kind of holds things in a little bit better. You'll notice that they're very high pockets, so you don't have access to it when it's actually on you. So what I do for my water, with that on, I got this from the local Meijer. It's got a water bottle. It's on a strap, and I really like this because it's got so many pockets. It fits my iPhone really nice. And I can put snacks in. It's got a zipper pouch. I can put my ID on there. And then my Sawyer squeeze goes right onto it. So I've got access to it, you know, a half a liter of water the whole time as I'm walking. And as I go, you know, as I take a break, I'll pull out whatever water I've packed in my bag and kind of refill this as I go. And that kind of, just because there's no way to have access to your water, it does have a hydration hole. And I did have my water bladder in my bag at once, but there's no sleeve for it. You know, actually what I did, I put it in here, but it was so heavy, and anything you put in these pockets, they really kind of tug down. And I felt like I was on a Beverly Hillbillies with their crazy car, everything coming out. So now I just like to carry my water. I might put like a smart bottle in here. I really try not to put too much stuff in here. My first time out, I really jammed this thing. It was pushing 30 pounds. That was just too much. So I really think this is meant for the lightweight hiker. Hence why the whole thing only weighs a pound. My previous bag, had a really good support, really good padding, but it weighed 3 pounds. And then it didn't fit in my pad, so I have to strap the pad on the outside. So I mean, it's just different options. The other thing, it does not come with hip belts. The pockets. You got to buy these separate, but there is Velcro. They kind of Velcro on, and I think it was worth it because this is where I'll keep my head net and my snacks, my maps. I mean, at first I really wasn't using it correctly until I kind of did more research and played around, with what I had. And this I just kind of throw in. I just like to throw this over a log, at camp if I'm taking a break. So this is doing nothing, so it's a nice place to hold it. I like it. It was one of the cheaper ones on their website. I saw just today that it now comes in black, which is nice to see something different. I don't know. I like it. It's just you have to know how to use it. I really think you have to be in the lightweight range. And at this point, I really wouldn't pack it more than 20, 25 pounds. I would never carry 30 pounds of this again. I hope that helps if you're looking into buying one, or if you have one, you don't know how to use it. It's a good pack.